Ein Hallöchen, einen herzlichen Willkommen zurück bei Belungern Episode 1 und ich werde euch im laufenden Spielzug paar Berichte von Hindenburg euch mal vorlesen und natürlich könnt ihr den ganzen Bericht, den euch unten verlinken, könnt ihr gerne selbst nochmal nachlesen, wenn euch das interessiert. Und ich werde hier dann ein paar Zeilen werde ich hier rauslesen, dass ihr dahinter Geschichte oder Hintergründe von der Hindenburg bekommt. So, das Ende des Lebens, Szene 11. Und hier geht es immer noch um den mysteriösen Mord oder den sadistischen Mord, der hier durchgeführt wurde.
Is that our man?
Boccherini.
My God.
We have to find out who did this and why. Let's go.
You're the detective, Mr. Ness. Besides, Alfonso will want to see this. I'll be right back.
All right. I have to establish how Boccherini died. Maybe the body parts can shed some light on the motive.
Okay, schließen die Ermittlungen ab. Heißt also, er hat hier nicht gespeichert. Da würde ich mal sagen, würde ich hier einen Cut machen. Wir sehen uns dann weiter, wenn wir an der Stelle stehen geblieben sind, wo der Vorfall sich beendet hat. Da würde ich mal sagen, werde ich hier einen Cut machen und ihr bleibt natürlich am Ball bei diesem Kanal, denn es geht hier weiter an diesem Fall und sage bis gleich.
Mr. Ness, can you open the door for me?
Mr. Nation, können wir die Tür öffnen. Und hier sind wir auch schon wieder an der letzten Stelle.
It was open. Why did you ring?
I thought I should use the doorbell so I wouldn't startle you.
When I came in, I pressed the doorbell and it didn't work.
Well, in light of the facts, I deduced that it was your finger that wasn't working. So, what can you tell me to restore my faith in you as a detective?
What is that?
Not a good start. It's a camera, so Alphonse can see all this.
All right. Follow me. Boccherini had company for dinner. Someone from Vermont with the initials OB. Someone whose social status was a lot higher, but who was on the same side of the law. He served lasagna, and after clearing away the dishes, they opened a bottle of whiskey in the dining room. That was when the murderer burst in on them, coming through the window which he broke with his own body weight. Boccherini, or maybe his guest, pulled a gun, but it was a waste of time. The murderer was so fast he was disarmed before he could fire. He focused his attention on Boccherini, totally ignoring the guest, and lifted him up into the air. He then threw him against the dining room table so hard that one of the glasses of whiskey was embedded in Boccherini's back. He span around, clawing at the table, and immediately afterwards the murderer ripped off his hands. I have no idea how he did it, but all the evidence suggests he just pulled. Blood sprayed everywhere. The wristwatch fell to the ground. He dragged him through the corridor into the hall. He tore down the lamp, hung him from the brackets, and stabbed steel rods through his body. He skewered him on the iron bars, possibly taken from the fence outside, and pulled out his teeth one by one. Then he pulled his teeth out one by one as he died. Finally, he scooped out his eyes with a teaspoon. Boccherini must have been dead when the murderer went to the bathroom with his hands in his teeth. There, he arranged them to make an altar, weaving the fingers together and placing the teeth inside. Next, he painted something on the wall in blood, a symbol which I don't recognize, but which could have some kind of ritualistic significance. When he'd finished his artwork, he left. I don't know what he did with the eyes.
You're telling me that someone did all this armed with a teaspoon?
More or less.
And you worked all this out on your own, just by looking?
More or less.
I don't know which of the two of you scares me more. Wait a second. What about the guest?
Right. Come with me. Nothing.
Turns out Mr. Untouchable isn't infallible. But you were close. Congratulations.
This must be Boccherini's office. Let's take a quick look around.
All yours.
Such im Büro nach Hinweisen. Ja, und hiermit geht unsere Geschichte weiter, wo es aufgehört hat. Also müssen wir nach Beweisen suchen. Und zwischendurch werde ich ein paar Texte vorlesen von der Hindenburg, von der Pflege und von Testament und so wie es entstanden ist. Aber es sind nur Bruchteile, die ich vorlese, weil den ganzen Text, der jetzt gerade vor mir liegt, den könnt ihr euch gerne sonst auch selbst durchlesen. Ich werde diesen Artikel unten verlinken, wenn ihr euch natürlich das interessiert oder euch interessiert von der Hindenburg. Dann ist es sehr empfehlenswert, euch das mal durchzulesen. Und zunächst geht es erstmal hier weiter. Gefängnis, Lesestoff, zurück. Boccherini, Lesestoff.
You're at a crime scene, and you sit down to read?
Titus Andronicus. One of the actors on the Hindenburg lent it to me. They're performing it soon. You couldn't ask for more appropriate reading material. Murder, mutilation, torture. Shakespeare's got it all.
We've lost the only lead we had to help us find Sophia Capone.
You think Boccherini's murder could be related?
Maybe. It's hard to say.
Richtig schwer zu sagen.
Why'd you go to jail?
For
Warum waren
murder.
Sie im Gefängnis?
But
You didn't do it, of course.
of course I didn't. But I didn't intend to.
Okay, er war im Gefängnis wegen einem Mord. Was haben wir hier? Money. Viel Money.
Jesus. There's at least $1 million here.
Mindestens $1 Million.
Boccherini's?
Boccherini's
I'd
Geld.
be surprised. Probably his guests, and I doubt it was to pay Boccherini for his services. None of his forgeries are worth that much. Carlo, I have the goods for OB, but I have to take the children to school tomorrow and I can't make the meetup. Friday, same time, same place. It's signed NI.
These initials are getting to be a pain in the ass, right?
I have to take the kids to school tomorrow. I don't think this is some loving divorced daddy, Milton.
I take back what I just said.
The driver's license of one John Martinson and Osmond Burke. OB.
Do we know him?
Kennen wir den?
The eldest son of the richest family in Vermont, convicted rapist. He was arrested thanks to the testimony of his father, who wound up disinheriting him. He escaped from prison last week. He broke into the family home and slit the throats of all his relatives one by one, opened the safe, and got away with a fortune.
They don't make jails like they used to. All starting to add up, isn't it?
Okay, weg hier! Nein! Das hat mich erwischt. Da ist meine Kille durch. Nicht gut. Erst einmal gestorben.
All starting to add up, isn't it?
Reaktion 0. Und nochmal. Komm her. Und das ist einen richtig an die Mütze.
Milton! Milton!
You're doing fine on your own, Mr. Ness. I believe in you.
Komm her. Lass das Messer doch fallen, Mensch. Komm schon, besinnung. Nächster. Lass das Messer fallen.
Get out of my way, I said! He's coming back!
Who's coming back?
Aus dem Weg.
Him! The
Er kommt wieder
monster!
zurück. Das
The
Monster.
guy who killed Boccherini?
He was a monster! Oh, get your hands off me, Negro!
What was he
Lass deine
like?
Finger von mir weg, du Nigger.
Describe him for me.
It was a monster. Red and black. I mean, his head reached the ceiling. He tore off his hands with his claws! It was a monster! A monster!
Should I hit him
War ein
again?
Monster, er war ein Monster. Ja. Das war ein
You're Osmond
Nachschlag.
Burke, right?
Yes.
Good. Now pay attention, Burke, because I have a question for you.
Mr. Burke, ich habe eine Frage an Sie. Dokument, Notiz, Koffer. Dokument.
Who is John Martinson?
I am.
Ah, Boccherini created a new identity for you. And I'll bet that under those bandages there's a new face, fresh from surgery.
Koffer. Notiz.
Who wrote this note?
Nikolai Ivankov.
Wer die
Rings
Notiz
a
gemacht?
bell.
Nicholas
One of
Yankee.
Capone's right-hand
Yankee.
men 20 years ago. What does this stuff about kids mean?
I don't know.
Calm down, Burke. You were going to meet up with him, right?
Yes, at the docks, berth 42, right next to where the alligator 3 is moored.
So what's the meetup time?
Tomorrow at noon. Tomorrow.
Morgen Mittag
Tomorrow?
ist das Treffen. Morgen?
No,
Nein.
it's going to be tonight.
Wird heute Abend passieren. Oder stattfinden.
Don't get too comfortable. We'll be there in no time.
Machen Sie nicht so bequem, wir werden bald da sein. Polizei, Lokal, Krankenhaus, Lokal.
There are certain types of people I don't allow in my diner. But today, I have no choice but to make an exception.
I'm afraid not, Mr. Ness. I have to take him to Alphonse.
Out of the question. I know his temper. He'll beat him to a pulp.
Listen, if the missing girl was your granddaughter, you wouldn't forgive me if I didn't let you see the only suspect who could lead us to her.
Okay.
Gut.
Shucks.
What?
Schade.
The smell of stale grease was bad enough, but the stink of whiskey is even worse.
Bei Anbruch der Dunkelheit.
Eliot?
Ah, Delphine.
Oh, thank God you're here. The lights were off, so I thought that...
Das Licht war an. Ich dachte,
I'm sorry. I got out of the hospital late. Then I went to the station to pick up Jim's check, and when they told me... I'm scared.
Of what?
Angst. Wovor?
What are you drinking?
Was trinkst du denn? Saft. Wir trinken nochmal nach Whisky.
A drop of whiskey. Just a drop.
Whisky? Nur
Breathe
einen
on me.
Schluck. Brauch mich mal an.
You heard me.
Du hast mich angelogen.
Of all all the times you could have picked. Did it have to be now?
Muss das
What?
ausgerechnet jetzt sein? Wie?
No.
Nein, du
You
weißt
knew.
es schon.
Knew about what?
Was weiß
What's
ich?
that gun doing there?
Was machst du mit der Pistole? Geheimnis, halbe Wahrheit, Geheimnis. Was machst du mit der Pistole? Halbe Wahrheit, Lüge oder Geheimnis? Wir sind ein Beamter und wir dürfen nicht alles verraten. Das ist ein Geheimnis. Oder die halbe Wahrheit. Oder wir lügen sie jetzt an. Ich sag mal die halbe Wahrheit.
The guy I know is having trouble with a two-bit mafioso. He asked me to go with him, just in case. I didn't have to get it out.
Well, don't. Don't start taking on the Mafia. Not now. You really don't know?
No, I don't know. And if you keep up the guessing games, I'll never know.
He's back.
Who?
Him. I don't know why it still surprises me, but it's incredible that you were such a good detective, and yet you've never been able to understand people. Capone got out of jail.
Capone
Where'd you
ist
hear
aus dem
that?
Gefängnis. Wo hast du das gesehen?
Chief
oder gelesen?
Jenkins.
Chief Jenkins. The same guy who said he was going to clean up Santa Esperanza, right? In that case, you can rest assured Capone just put on his striped pajamas, and in 4 minutes' time, he'll be snoring in his cell.
Elliot, what if it's true? If he's out, what's the first thing he's going to do? Who does he hate more than anyone?
Wenn es stimmt, wenn er wirklich draußen ist, was wird er dann als erstes tun? Jury, Alter, Überlegenheit. Jury, Alter, Überlegenheit.
Let him come. He'll find the fastest waiter in Santa Esperanza. Before he can pull his gun, I'll have him dead drunk.
Please, Elliot, don't joke. You're the only part of Jim's life that I have left. If you put yourself in danger, I'm fine. Thanks.
Schon gut, danke. Küche, Boxen, Mafioso, Küche.
My hand? I burnt it cooking. Fried eggs are the devil's work.
What's going on, Elliot? We're closed.
Can you wait outside for a couple of minutes, Milton?
Sure, of course. Although, I'm sorry to say, but we're short on time.
Elliot,
Der Fall, Delphin, der Fall. Du hast eine Entscheidung getroffen.
Come in, Milton, come in. Delphine, I'll tell you later. Now...
Ja, der Fall ist wichtiger als...
you said you'd never treat me like that again. I'm glad I could confirm that you're okay.
Ach, die Thema mit den Frauen. Man muss hier einen Mord klären
No,
und haben
and it's
einfach
none of your
keine-
business.
Sorry to butt in. I've brought your rapist costume for the party. Seriously, you're not...
No, she's the wife of a friend who died in the line of duty, Jim Dockers.
Alphonse told me about him.
Your Alphonse killed him.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mr. Ness. Although he's not the same man he was. Anyway, isn't the deal with marriage until death do us part?
It's not that simple. There are other factors.
Treue, Freundschaft. Ganz so einfach ist es nicht. Da spielen andere Fraktionen mit rein. Freundschaft, Treue.
Delphine and I have been friends a long time, and I don't have many friends. I can't risk losing her.
Right. So you like her, but you don't have the nerve.
Oh yeah? What would you do?
Women have never been one of my priorities.
I'm sorry.
Frauen waren nie
Forget
verloren. Okay, sorry. Vergessen Sie es.
Shit. You
Sie haben
screwed
Alkohol
Alphonse
ganz
good,
schön
didn't you?
ruiniert, nicht wahr?
I don't think he holds it against me this far down the line. He's a new man now, right?
Did you enjoy it?
Hat es Ihnen Spaß gemacht? Pflicht, Spaß, Pflicht. Pflicht,
I'm a
Spaß
cop.
aber nicht.
Correction, I was a cop. You do the job you're given. End of story.
I hear you. But you didn't finish the next job they gave you. Did they find those kids?
No. How do I look?
Like the invisible man in the movie. No one's gonna buy it.
Take it easy. Everything's going to work out fine.
Das Treffen.
So, everything's gonna work out fine, huh? You sure it's here?
Relax. It's just a little further. Just follow me.
Gehe zum Treffen mit Ivango oder Ngogoi, was da gerade stand, ein japanischer Name.
This plan is
Behaupten,
suicidal.
Dieser Plan
We're gonna
ist
die.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. And may I ask why?
It's not the first time I've done a job like this, and I never was any good at getting killed.
There's a first time for everything, my friend.
Milton, if you go on contradicting me, you're not going to get into your role. Don't forget, while we're here, you're supposed to be at my beck and call.
While we're here.
So, da würde ich mal sagen, hat er hier gespeichert. Und dann sind wir auch schon wieder am Ende mit unserer Zeit. Und da würde ich nur noch sagen, bleibt ihr am Ball bei diesem Kanal. Dann erst geht es später erst weiter. Nein, also bleibt ihr am Ball bei diesem Kanal. Ich sag ciao, bis zum nächsten Mal bei Blue Hand und Bullets Episode 1 und bis zum nächsten Mal.